Okay. So we're going to solve equations with variables on both sides. But the key here, or the thing that we're going to add, is we're going to justify our steps. Justify your steps. So every step along the way, we're going to back it up. We're going to explain it. Like I said, if you follow the steps we did on page 22, then actually this isn't too bad. Okay, so let's begin. We're only going to do 2 examples, by the way. So let's start with the first example, number 1. So write this down, 3 parentheses 8x plus 1 plus 2. Jose, focus. Cassie, come on, focus. Okay, so there's a whole equation. And on the other side, so I'm going to just make 2 columns. On the other side, we're going to have a justification. So somewhere about the middle, I'm just going to make a vertical line separating it into two sides, 2 columns. Okay, so go ahead and write that down. So like I said, the steps, we pretty much know the order, hopefully. We just have to write them down and explain why we're doing that step. Okay, so let's take a look at this equation. 3 parentheses 8x plus 1 plus 2 equals 2NEX plus 5. Now, let's start with the first step. What do we need to do first? Distribute. If you have parentheses, we want to distribute. So let's just start with that. We're going to multiply 3 times 8x and 3 times plus 1. So 3 times 8x, it's 24x. And 3 times plus 1, 3 times plus 1 is 3. We'll bring down the rest. Okay, so now the new thing that we're going to do. Justify the step. Well, the step we did, we got to explain it first of all. Distribute. Distribute to what? In other words, what did we gain? What did we get out of distributing? What happened? Yeah. How so? What was it? What's no longer there? Parentheses. So distribute to get rid of or eliminate parentheses. Ooh, just barely fit it in there. Parentheses. Parentheses. I always want to put an I there, but it's actually an E. Okay, so that's simple, right? Now let's move on. So this is where it gets a little confusing for us. What do we do next? You can go back to page 22 and check because that's got the right order. We do that next. Yes. Combine the like terms. In this case, the 3 and the 2. So we should do that first, if we can, and we can. So let's combine. Always combine like terms on each side. So let's see what that gives us. Well, 24x comes back down. We'll combine 3 and 2. That makes, what does that give us? So plus 5 equals 20x plus 5. And let's write down that step. Combine like terms. Two. And Robert, I'm going to steal what you said last time to make the problem smaller, but I'm going to say it in a different way. Simpler, right? So how about if we say combine like terms to simplify the equation or make it simpler? Yeah, let's go ahead and say that. Great job, guys. To simplify the equation. Okay. All right, Diego. Now, let's do what you suggested. What were you telling me before? Yeah, we're going to do that part next. Subtract 20x from both sides. We're going to subtract 20x from both sides. That will eliminate the variable on the right. So let's see what we get. 24 take away 20. That's 4x plus 5 equals, well, that got rid of the variable on the right side of the equal sign. So we just have, that's plus 5, so it's positive 5. So let's add that step. Subtract 20x from both sides. To do what? What do we get from that? What did subtracting 20x from both sides accomplish for us? Yeah, but specifically, what did it simplify? Okay, to get rid of the variable on the right. All right. We're almost there. Two-step equation. So at this point, everyone here should be able to solve a two-step equation. What do we do now? Get rid of the 5. So we'll say subtract 5. So that's called the constant. So basically, it gets rid of the constant. And, well, 5 minus 5 is 0. We better write that down. So that's that step, add or subtract to eliminate a constant. So we'll say subtract 5 from both sides to do what? To get rid of the constant. Subtract 5 from both sides to get rid of the constant. Boom. Now we're just one step away. Get rid of the 4, so we'll divide it. What do we call that? Number 4 starts with a C? Coefficient. So divide both sides by 4 to eliminate or get rid of the coefficient. And we're going to get x equals whatever 0 divided by 4 is. 0. 0 is an actual answer. I mean, it's a solution. Don't sell 0 short. It's a number on the number line. So if you get an answer of 0, it doesn't mean you didn't get an answer. Actually, tomorrow we're going to learn what it means when you don't get an answer. So in this case, we just got 0 as an answer, but let's justify it. What did we say? Divide by 4 on both sides to get rid of the coefficient. All right. So there, we solved, we justified. We're going to do that one more time. Number 2. So we got one more equation that we're going to solve, and here it is. -5 parentheses -13x minus 11 close parentheses -9 equals 5 times the quantity x minus 2, so parentheses x minus 2, close parentheses minus 4. Ooh, this one's got a lot. And we're still going to write a justification. Okay, so I'll give you a moment to write all that down. But now we kind of have an example of what we're doing for justifying. It's all there again. So let's just do it again. It'll just be with some different numbers, but it's the same idea. First step will definitely be distribute. What's the catch here with our distributing? It's a negative there. We got to be careful for that. Anything else? Look at the equation. We got to distribute here. How about here? We actually have to distribute 2 times. Once with a -5 and once with a +5. But that's okay. We can do it all in one step. Okay? So let's distribute. So you guys ready? we're going to multiply by negative 5 to negative 13x and minus 11. Let's see what that's going to be. So it's a negative times a negative. That'll be positive 5 times 13. How much is that? It's actually 50 plus 15, right? 65. And then do the negative 5 times minus 11. That's another negative times the negative. So I will put plus 55. Take away 9 equals 5 times x, so that's 5x. And then 5 times minus 2, that's minus 10. And then minus 4. Just bring down the minus 4. So let's write down the justification. Same as before. Distribute to eliminate parentheses. Since I'm going to have a little room, I'm going to write it here. Okay. So we're going to distribute to eliminate parentheses. Okay, so boom. Distributed, no more parentheses. Let's see what we're going to do next. What did it say last time? What did we do after that? Combine like terms. And we can combine. Just look at the left side. What can I combine? What can I put together on the left? Yeah, positive 55. So I'm going to grab that plus sign. And then minus or negative 9. I always think of it as adding integers. So for me, I see 55 plus negative 9. You'll get the right answer. Okay? But it helps me when I have two negatives and stuff. So what's 55 plus negative 9? 46. 55 take away 9. So it's going to be 65x plus 46. These two will give me 46 equals. And on the other side, do you see that we can combine here? What are we combining on the right side? Negative 10, negative 4. So I'm going to grab that minus 10, grab that minus 4. I'm adding negative 10 plus negative 4. Negative 14. So it's 5x minus 14. These two gave me that. Okay. All right. So let's write down that step. Combine like terms. To simplify the equation. It's kind of like cleaning house, putting things in order, putting them where they belong. Have less stuff to worry about. Okay, so now each side is kind of like a mini equation, if you notice. Here's the right side, left side rather. There's the left side. The thing is we got variables on both sides. So let's get rid of what? Let's get rid of the 5x. So take away 5x on both sides. So now we're going to get specific. We're going to subtract 5x on both sides. So 65x minus 5x is 60x. Bring down the plus 46. Bring down the equal sign. That's gone. So what's left on the right-hand side? Yeah, that negative goes with it. Negative 14. Excellent. So let's write that down. Subtract 5x on both sides. to, what did we say last time? Get rid of the variable on the right side. Okay. So now it's a two-step equation. We're getting rid of the constant now. Which constant are we removing? Okay, let's get rid of 46. So minus 46 it is. This goes away. We're just have 60x here equals, we got negative 14 and negative 46. That's negative 60. So I'm going to justify that. Let's say subtract 46 on both sides. To get rid of the constant. And we're almost there. Divide by 60. That would be x equals negative 60 divided by 60, negative 1. Negative 1 will be our answer. Okay, so we're going to say divide by 60 on both sides. Yep. Coefficient. Okay. So basically that's what we're going to be doing today is you'll have, well, the assignment that you had for Tuesday after the quiz is still there. It's where you solve and justify two-step equations. So now that you see this, if you didn't do it, you could finish it. And then there's a new one that has multi-step equations that will be more like this one.